Welcome back, FPL family, to another team selection video. I'm rocking my triple captain chip this week. Super nerve-wracking and exciting. We'll get into that later. Hopefully we've all had a great game week 35 plus. I know I keep rocking these non-Premier League jerseys. I got the Barcelona on today after Messi got 20 goals and 20 assists in a season. Phenomenal from El Dio. But it's because I've never been to a Premier League game before, even though I did live in London for a while. We'll get into that later. Different story, different day. Please like and subscribe to this video before we jump into it. I'm hoping to get to 50 subscribers before the end of the season. It'll be a bigger milestone than my rank, as we'll get to in a minute. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into it. So here it is. I wait forever to play my wild card, and I come away with 22 points. Now, I'm recording this during the Leicester match, and so the games aren't officially over just yet, but I'm still having a poor performance. I'm actually recording it now because in my mini league, I have Schmeichel and my opponent has Vardy. And so for me, mental health, I just can't see Vardy bagging a couple against Bournemouth. And in fact, if you see me freak out a little bit, it's because I just got the notification that he did. Trent Alexander-Arnold, look, I knew that being benched was a possibility, especially these games so back-to-back. But it still sucks when it happens. He only came away with 1 point. Seiss was a great decision to drop down from Doherty. I still got the 6 points from the clean sheet, and I saved $2 million. So very happy with his performance. Wolverhampton have looked great defensively. Digne, look, I was so disappointed because I was so sure that he was going to do well this week. Not only did he do terribly, he also came away with 0 points. I could have picked, I don't know, Kelly from Crystal Palace. It was so rough. And what made it even worse is that Digne gave up that penalty to Raul Jimenez, who I dropped. And so it was just this huge swing of points, and it's unfortunate, but that's the beauty of FPL, is its ups and its downs. Now with De Bruyne, I went with him as my captain, and this is something for my first year playing FPL that I need to learn. I had this problem this year of I was convinced that Fernandez was going to be my captain, and then 2 hours before the deadline, which is 2 o'clock in the morning California time, I decided to switch it and go with De Bruyne. I've done this about 5 times, and it has never worked. My captain has always blanked. In fact, Son got me negative points that 1 week because I did that. So something I'll learn and I'll get better at. But De Bruyne, again, Man City came away with 5 goals, and De Bruyne wasn't involved in one of them. It happens. It's just one of those weeks. Salah, I'll get into him later. I honestly thought he looked great. It's just unfortunate that I dropped him when he got 18 points, and I picked him up when he got 2. In fact, if you watch my other videos, I kept telling everyone to pick up Sterling because I was like, Sterling's due for a big game. Sterling's due for a double-digit haul. And then I went with Salah, so I went against my word. And Sterling got, 23 points or something like that. Sterling was so good, he didn't even need to look at the ball. He used the force to head the ball in. So, again, it is what it is. I still have the United boys to go. Mahrez was unlucky to come away with only 6 points. I thought he looked great. So there you have. There's my team. I want to know how your guys' team did. Let me know if you guys picked up Antonio. If you did, fair play, phenomenal. Right now, my team is sitting about 470K, and I'm hoping that at the end of the year, I'll end about 200K, which would be great for my first year at FPL, especially because after like the first 18 weeks, my rank was 2.5 million, and so to have things turn around and have things click, it'd be phenomenal end at 200K. Anyway, let me know how you guys did, and let's jump into my Game Week 36 Plus team. So here it is, my official Game Week 36 Plus team. I don't think I'm going to make any transfers this week because I plan on using my bench boost next week, and I'm probably going to go Rashford to Greenwood and Connolly to Jimenez or something like that. And so I'll worry about that in a few days, but for now, I'm saving my transfer. And I'm sticking with Pope in goal. I still believe in the Pope. I thought he looked almost world class to me against Liverpool, making fantastic saves. He ended with 8 saves. But Schmeichel against Sheffield is so tempting. I have 2 great options. It could be worse. I could have worse problems, but for now I'm going to stick with Pope. Let me know what you guys think I should do there. Alexander-Arnold. Now, I'm not scared he's not going to play because he just got rested. He's ready to go. But I am scared in the sense of how he's looked since they became champions. So since they became champions, he's only averaging 0.6 attempted assists per game and 0.6 shots per game. He is so much better than that. He's consistent. Before at the beginning of the season, or almost the whole season, he's consistently whipping in crosses. Every set piece looks phenomenal. And right now he just looks a little turned off. But I still believe in him. They still have 3 out of the last 5 were clean sheets. And so even if he doesn't come away with any assists, he's still on a fantastic, the best defensive team in the league. So I'm still rocking with him, still riding with him. And maybe if they play Arsenal, he'll be a little bit more tuned in. It's a a bigger game, so we'll see with him. Seiss, I'm rolling with the dice with Seiss because I have Aurier on the bench right now. But Wolverhampton against Burnley, I just don't see Burnley scoring in that game. And so I'm sticking with him, even though Aurier has a better chance at assists. I'm riding with Seiss. I hope that's how you say his name. And I'm also sticking with Digne. Now, I know he got 0 points last match, but he's playing an Aston Villa squad who have looked better since the restart. I'll give him that. But Digne himself has looked really good outside of last game. He's consistently getting forward, making great passes. If you saw that one to Richarlison, not this week, but last week, phenomenal. So I'm still riding with Digne. I still think he can put in a good performance. And that's my back 3. So as you can see, for the first time in my FPL career, the triple captainship has officially been played. Am I excited? No question. Am I nervous? Probably more than excited. But the adrenaline is running through my veins right now. I'm putting on Kevin De Bruyne, and I'm sticking to it. Now, I know some people might say Salah or Bruno might be the better option, but I'll tell you why I'm going with De Bruyne. Now, City have been involved, had 10 goals in these last 2 game weeks. Some people might say De Bruyne wasn't involved in them, and I agree that is a bit concerning. So I went back and I watched the tape. He still looked great. He's still putting together worldly passes. And in fact, he had 6 attempted assists per game these last 2 game weeks. So I honestly think that he was just getting unlucky these last couple of game weeks. And I still think that he is due for a big haul. Now, he even got rested after 60 minutes last match. So add all these things together. In fact, I would even say that as an athlete, when you see your teammates do well, you're super excited for them. But that makes you so hungry because you want to be involved in this too. And I think that he wants to show everyone that he is a facilitator. He is the best midfielder in the world. And I think that he is ready to feast on this Bournemouth defense, who, from what I'm seeing, might not have Ake next game. I don't know if that's true, but I think that De Bruyne is the clear and obvious captaincy choice. And I know I might switch to Salah or Bruno later, but that's my first-year FPL problems. I'm sticking with De Bruyne, and I'm very happy about it. Now, Salah is still in my midfield, and I'm still upset that I dropped him for his 18-point performance, and I kept him for his 2-point. But watching the game, Salah honestly looked phenomenal. He was involved in so much of their attack. I thought he was incredibly unlucky to come away with only 2 points. He just happened to be going against the best goalkeeper in the world right now in Nick Pope, at least in FPL sense. And even Salah, he's averaging 7 shots per game these last 2 weeks. 2.5 attempted assists per game these last 2 weeks. He's looking so good. He's hungry for that golden boot. And I honestly think that even though it's a bit far out of his reach right now, that he still believes that he can catch up to Jamie Vardy. And I want to put my money on the Egyptian king and Mo Salah. I honestly believe that he's going to have a great last few game weeks. Now, I have Bruno Fernandes. Now, if you're watching this, you still don't have Bruno Fernandes, it's okay to jump on the hype train. He is phenomenal, and he's going to do great these last few game weeks. In fact, if he is averaging what he's doing right now for the whole year, I think he'd have like 300 and something points as of right now. He has looked so phenomenal in this United team. He is a template player. Everyone has him. We all know how great he is. Then I have Martial. Now, Martial was somebody that I was worried about at the beginning of the year because when I would watch him play, it was almost like he would pick and choose the games that he wanted to be featured in, that he wanted to play in. But right now, if you watched him when he got subbed off last match, he looked pissed that he was coming off. And for me, I thought that was so good to see from him. He looks like he wants to be involved in every attack. He looks super hungry to score. He looks regenerized. That's not the right word. Re-energized. That's better. He looks phenomenal, and I'm sticking with him in my midfield. I also have Mahrez, who was unlucky to have 6 points only last week. He had a couple of really good looks. Should have put a couple of those away. He is better than that. I still think he is going to be great. But my biggest concern with Mahrez is that the last 2 times he played 90 minutes, which he did last week, he got rested and only played 30 minutes the next 2 games. Now, those 2 games were against United and Chelsea, and this time is Bournemouth, so maybe it'll be different. But I'm definitely concerned about this Pep Roulette. Is Mahrez going to start? Is he going to get good minutes? I don't know, but at this point, there's 3 weeks left. I want to shoot up the leaderboard, and so I'm kind of rolling the dice. I'm going with Mahrez. No risk it, no biscuit. I think that if he does play, he's going to haul. So, again, I think he is worth the risk at this point in my fantasy season. So for my 2 forwards, as you can see, I'm sticking the same. Now, Rashford, we'll see how he does in tomorrow's match. I may switch him out to Greenwood a little earlier than I expected. And with Rashford, it's a tale of 2 cities right now for me. Part of me thinks that it's a gambler's fallacy of I've invested so much money and so much time into thinking he's going to be great that I don't want to go away from him now. Or is it I honestly believe that he is going to be great these last few game weeks. Now, he's looked shaky, I'll admit, since the restart and since he came back from his injury, which was the same time. But I still honestly believe that he can perform well. And to be completely honest, I'm just knowing that if I give him up now, that he'll do what Son did to me, do what Salah did to me, do what Ings did to me, do what Jimenez did to me, and get 10 points. So I'm sticking with them. It's like stocks. You got to ride them when they're high, got to ride them when they're low. Just stick with your gut. I'm sticking with Rashford. I still think he's going to be great. And then I have the legendary Danny Ings. In my first year FPL, if you asked me what my best decision was, no brainer, it was sticking with Danny Ings at $6 million. Look, he is so close to getting this golden boot, which would be crazy coming from somebody from Southampton. I was actually living in Southampton at the time they got promoted. Maybe that'll be the team I support. But I had never went to a game. Another story for another day. Danny Ings has looked so clinical whenever he's in the box. I actually read a stat, I don't know if you saw it, that he had the most touches in the box in a game that anyone did all season. It was more than that, but I don't know the exact stat, so I won't say it. But Danny Ings looks so phenomenal. He is an absolute FPL god. He looks fantastic. So there you have it. My bench is going to be probably Schmeichel, who is now, as I could see, just gave up his 3rd goal. Oh, what a bad game week 36 plus. Anyway, game week 35 plus, excuse me. I have Schmeichel on my bench, Aurier, Lamptey, and Connolly. Just in case someone doesn't start, Aurier will be the first one off my bench. So there you have it. There's my game week 36 plus team. Let me know what your guys' looks like. And so there you have it, my official game week 36 plus team. And for the first time, my triple captainship has been played. I'm not going to be able to sleep for these next couple of days. I hope you all have the great game week 36 plus. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Again, here's to getting 100 points. And as always, Don out.